Hello, my name is Shukri. I was a previous resident to the Pembury community, and the purpose of today is to celebrate cultural diversity, to get different people to appreciate, to accept, to understand one another. Usually what happens is we make assumptions of each other without knowing. So the main purpose is to understand so that we know everyone else's lifestyle and beliefs, their role model and everything else. And I'm really, really grateful to be part of Pembury Community Centre because they have the one who supported us in every corner. We would not be able to do it without them, and I really appreciate it.
So Hackney is one of the most culturally diverse boroughs in London, and I'm grateful to be part of the diverse and vibrant community. We live side by side as neighbors and friends, enjoying and learning from each other. Connecting Communities, an initiative founded in Hackney by proud Londoners with the aim of connecting our communities through mutual goals, common values, and celebrating our differences, is doing a fantastic job of strengthening existing community relations and building new ones. When I arrived in Hackney over 37 years ago, it was a very different place. Racism was rampant and differences were viewed with suspicion. But it is through initiatives like today and the work of organizations like Connecting Communities that we have moved on from those times to diverse and cohesive borough that we are today. It is no secret that in recent times, our streets have been home to tragedies due to the rise in knife crimes, and so community cohesion, coming together, is more important now more than ever. Together as a community, we can stand side by side to respect and accept each other so we may understand to value and appreciate our cultures and enhance our community cohesion and create a more tolerant British society. Today's event reiterates the importance of respecting and learning about the culture of our community. We have more in common than what divides us. Thank you very much.
Yeah, assalamu alaikum. I've come in as a live in a Pembury estate and as a neighborhood, a friendly neighborhood, and we are celebrating Eid and multicultural together to invite our neighborhood to attend. So that's why I'm here. It is very important because it connects the neighborhood together, get us to know each other much better. So it is really good. And we get our kids really happy, they're enjoying, and everyone.
I'm here because Shukri Aden invited me here. She was on a course that the organisation I'm working with was running called Refugees as Rebuilders, because so many refugees have gone back to their countries of origin to contribute. And while she was on that course, she found a calling to be a community organiser. And so she asked me to come from Oxford, which is where I live, last year in September when she did her first one. And now she's asked me to come again. And I'm going to speak about the importance of listening and in connecting communities and cultural diversity, that we really need to listen to each other. But also we need to listen to our inner voices, our conscience, and so that we can see what is right and what is wrong, because it's really trustworthiness which we need to develop in ourselves in order to create trust among us.
Hi, my name is Ling Man. I represent Jamal Generations. I am one of the leaders promoting Chinese culture arts. Me and my group believe that we have skills and activities that can help the community. Wing Chun, which is a martial arts created by a nun. We would like to continue the art, the legacy, and teach the community. Me and my group also does parading, Hackney Carnival, and ribbon dance, line dance, and I feel like the activities that we can provide will help the children and women and men that are interested in the activities that we do. Thank you.
Yeah, hi, my name is Piretta Kosha. I'm one of the leaders of Angel Community. We work together with my colleague Shugri. We are working for the benefits of our community. We are here to support our community, and we are supporting them by giving them, teaching them Somali, the other language, and French as well. And the purpose of the event, it is to bring people together. We are trying as to be one in our community. We are trying to avoid racism and to avoid inactive to just staying at home. That's why the objective of the event it is for people to bring people together and then to stay one as to be one as one family. And we are teaching our the community the culture people in the community need to know the culture. It is really important. Even we are here in Britain, we need to know the Britain culture. The same ways we need to teach our kids the culture, our culture. And then I don't have much to say. The event it is really, really good. We are so happy to support the event, and then we wish our colleague Shugri to do more events for the benefit of the community. We are so happy.
I'm really glad to be here today. I live just down the road off Hackney Road, and so Hackney is home for me. I'm also part of a worldwide network called Creators of Peace. Women across the world who are committed to being peace creators in their own communities. And we're part of Initiatives of Change, which is a network of people committed to building trust across the world's divides. So as women, we're really keen that we can offer spaces for dialogue in our communities. We invite each other to share something of our personal experience, like we've been doing here today, telling some of the stories from our lives. We try and reflect on the things that are really important for us and to share our wisdom. And we also try and look at some of the issues of conflict and violence that we have in our communities and see how we can give leadership for peace. So in our peace circles, the workshops that we do to bring communities together, we invite people to think about what peace means to them. And also to reflect on some of the qualities that each of us have that we can bring to the service of peace building. So these are two things that I'd love to talk a little bit about with you this afternoon. So Connecting Communities is about our harmony, it's about our cohesion, and it's also about peace. And when we think about peace, I'm sure each of us has a different idea in our minds. Peace in Hackney can mean all sorts of different things for us. It can mean that the moment at the end of the day where we finally get to sit down and have a cup of tea, the kids are in bed, and it's time to rest. Peace can also be the moment perhaps when we find a way through a disagreement in our families or a dispute maybe with our neighbours. Peace can also be sorting out our housing problems or resolving a problem with our benefits so that we don't need to worry about budgeting or a safe place to stay. And it can also be finding a way forward when we're negotiating with our local councillors or politicians to resolve some of the bigger challenges that we have in our local community. And of course, peace can also be a beautiful moment of silence after prayers at the mosque, the synagogue, temple or church. It can be a walk along the canal early in the morning, or sitting in our favourite place in the playground, enjoying the hubbub of the market at midday, or a sing-along in the pub at the evening. So peace, whether that's peace in our world, in our countries of origin, or here in Hackney, means something different to all of us. But I suspect that the peace that we're looking for has some shared things in common. I hope that all of us are looking for a peace that is positive, a peace that's not just the absence of conflict, but something that allows all of us to join in harmony and understanding and to flourish together, to grow together. And I imagine that the kind of peace we're looking for is also a peace that gives us dignity, that is the end to poverty, and an equitable use of resources and justice, where everybody is able to live together in a balanced way. And it might also be an inclusive peace, the kind of peace that's built by all of us, where everybody has a part to play, whether that's simply through their prayer, caring for nature, or enjoying their culture, as we're doing this afternoon. My work with creators of peace as a woman has shared me that everybody can be an advocate for peace. I used to think it was just the people who work at the United Nations, or the politicians, or the people who sign the peace agreements. But I've learned that I also have a role to play. I'm very lucky. I've had the opportunity to meet women who give leadership for peace in many countries around the world. But perhaps when I think about who the person is that I've learned the most from, I think about my mum. And when I think about my mum, I think about the person in my family who used to collect the food parcels to take to the food bank, the person who takes the baby clothes to the refugee centre, and who writes to prisoners. And of course she still does. But when I say to my mum, "Oh mum, you're such a role model for me, you're such a peace creator," she says, "Oh no, I don't really think about myself in that way." But of course she is. She's raised our family, she's made connections across all the different divides in our neighbourhood, and she supports friends who live in difficult circumstances in different countries. In my mum, I see qualities of patience and compassion and practical help. I've also learned from her loving care, wisdom and steadfastness. So I wanted to invite you to think, is there somebody who you know who's been a role model for peace for you? Could be your auntie, could be a neighbour, could maybe be a faith leader, could be somebody who runs the local youth group. So see if you can think of somebody that for you is a role model as an advocate for peace in your community. Is it easy to think of some people? Yeah, maybe. And when you think of those people, they will each have qualities that are useful when it comes to advocating for peace here. It may be that they are courageous. It could be that they work hard, or that they're willing to be honest when it comes to having difficult conversations. It could be that they're really good at researching data to help present a case for advocating for new resources. Or it could be the person who plants the flowers next to the lamppost in your street. As I said, all of us can be advocates for peace in our communities. So you might also want to think about the qualities that you have when it comes to peace building. Each person in this room has got some qualities that they can bring about for understanding, harmony, peace in here in Hackney. So take a moment to acknowledge the qualities that you have and honour them in yourself, because those are qualities that others will probably learn from too in the future, just in the way that I've learnt from my own mum. So we work for a positive peace, we work for a just peace, and we work for inclusive peace. Marianne Williamson, who's the founder of the Peace Alliance, said, "In every community there is work to be done. In every nation there are wounds to heal, and in every heart we have the power to do it." So just to close, if being a peace advocate today also means looking after your own heart so that you can reach out and begin again in service to others and your family and your neighbourhoods, I invite you to take a moment this weekend to nurture and nourish and honour yourself for all that you do, the qualities you have in working for peace. Hackney is home for me. I'm so glad to come from this place and for this place to be the base that I can reach out to other people around the world from. So let's say thank you to our city for being our home, and let's share the qualities that we have here in Hackney with the world. Thank you for listening today.
My name is Majid, I work in Salad Master, and today we're actually at an event in Hackney. The whole community, and we're selecting loads of families to give away free healthy meals to. So the day we make things like fried chicken, no oil, vegetables without any water, and cake without any butter. If you want your free healthy meal, let us know, give us a ring, and then we'll organize something for you guys. Okay? Thank you so much, it's been a pleasure. Okay, and inshallah, and hopefully we can come cook you a nice healthy meal. It's going to be a chef of your ethnicity. They're going to come to your house, cook you a full, free, 5-course meal, completely free of charge. You don't have to pay for nothing, okay? Please give us a call and let us know. Okay, Jazakallah, thank you.